and welcome to Women Lead TV, sponsored by Connected Women of Influence. My name is Jamie Lynn Kiles, and I'm your host today on the Pivot Table. And the Pivot Table is really a space where we come together and honor women who have not only embraced the challenges and obstacles in life, but have used those moments to really pivot in a new direction and recreate themselves. And there is no better person to really share that journey with us than Mrs. Celeste Crocker. And Celeste is not only a dear friend of mine, but she is a mother, a mentor, CEO, speaker, author, and corporate leadership professional powerhouse. And I'm so glad she's here. We honor you today. Welcome, Celeste.
Thank you, Jamie, for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Yay! I'm just glad. I'm glad it's here. So, today we are discussing how becoming a mother can teach us that nothing is impossible. Celeste is actually the CEO of her nonprofit, which is Nothing's Impossible. So, really, I'm just going to start out by opening everything up, Celeste, and letting you take the floor and just tell us about your journey. And as a young mother, becoming a young mother at such a young age, what do you think that turning point was for you? What that journey was like, how your life is today, how you envisioned it, and how is it different? So go ahead, girl, you take it.
Well, yes, thank you, Jamie. So, becoming a mother at a very young age, it all started whenever my mother and I was raising my sister's children. My sister was on drugs really, really bad, and I became a young mother at the age of 14. So, seeing my mother struggle, helping her to raise four other children, so raising five children at the age of 14 gave me a different look on life. I know that with me, with Nothing's Impossible, I knew way back then that I wanted to be something different. So I strived at an early age to find things in the community to do to change my outcome. I didn't want to be another statistic, right? Um, Being a young mother, I actually became a young wife at the age of 19. So
Wow.
going through a lot of struggles at that age showed me then that I wanted to let my daughter experience something different. My daughter, the oldest one now, is 33 and is a nurse, and I have some beautiful grandchildren. But back then, I saw my mother struggle. I seen the community that I was in. It was either drug infested or it was filled with, different things that were not for youth. I did want something different at that time in my life, but I was too young to do so. So I got married, like I stated, at 19, and had two other children, which we struggled then. And I was saying that I was going to break that cycle and show that we could do something different. I started getting into the community actually on the Air Force Base. When we were at the Air Force Base, we were stationed there in Warner Robins, Georgia. So I actually got into coaching cheerleading. And at that time, I started mentoring mothers because they were having either special needs children, their spouses would be off to Iraq and Iran. And so we kind of pulled together as a community. We shared our stories, and I started to put together and formulate things for the children to do, as well as having communication with the women on the base.
Oh, wow. So it
Yeah.
really just became a natural purpose or drive for you to motivate and mentor others.
Yes, because one thing that my mother always told me before, she would say, soar like the eagles. Just because this obstacle came before you doesn't mean it's going to stop you. So she really strived to help me in the educational field, things of that nature. She would put me into cheerleading. I would be in plays. I would get the opportunity that a lot of kids didn't have. She would actually struggle to send me off to the field trips. And that made a difference in my life to be able to have those opportunities. So she would always say, soar like the eagles. And that's what I did. I had a different mindset. I knew I wanted something different. And I started out just naturally doing that. And then I moved to Greenville, South Carolina in 2020, 2001. And I actually went into putting together Nothing's Impossible, going into the school systems here in Greenville, South Carolina, and going on the lunch breaks and speaking to the youth in the cafeterias on things, the challenges that I faced when I was a teenager, and how they can overcome those obstacles.
Right. And it's really don't you think it's like a natural thing to really teach from where you've walked, right? That's
It
kind of how I
is.
like to think about that. It's you've been there and you're nothing. I mean, that makes you the best person to teach from those places where you've journeyed and walked. So how did you get started? Like, what did you look for in the community to really get like even now? What is it that you do to mentor and help others? I know that you are a senior transportation director. That is your title as of right
Yes.
now in court. So you're still in corporate. What do you do outside of that? Your plate is so full.
Oh, well, I love what I do, and it is all natural. I actually, when I start looking in 2001, when I came to Greenville, South Carolina, is children that were having the challenges in homes that were filled with people that were on drugs, or young ladies that were in may have gotten pregnant or on the verge because of their community or the things of that nature. That actually, I had students, teachers reaching out to us to speak to us and say, "Hey, can you come to the school and speak with these young ladies because we're seeing them go down the wrong path?" And that's how I actually got started. What I do outside, I still continue to. I've had mentoring programs where we take them on college tours. I have a 6 to 8 week curriculum showing them how to do their finances, actually business mentoring on how to write resumes and doing crafts and arts and things of that nature. It is a free program that I have done on my own all these years. Those young ladies that really want to be a part, and those that parents have called me or the schools have called me to get them into the program.
That's amazing that you're able to do that and really find time, outside of your busy schedule and all that you do for your family. And, we as women tend to really take on a lot, but it's when it's a passion, it really doesn't seem like work, does it?
It doesn't. Like I stated before, Jamie, whether it's in the position that I'm in, I love what I do. And
Right.
also with the community, I also host women empowerment sessions in which we all come together and I have events in which the women come and speak and talk about their overcoming, becoming completely healed, whether it's in molestation and abuse, or if it's been through divorce, overcoming those obstacles, losing a loved one that's close and dear to you. So those are the things that I really love and passionate about. And it doesn't seem like work because it's not work. It's something that, you're helping someone else to overcome their obstacles and get to another level. If it happened for me, I know it could happen for them. Sometimes we need a little push or someone to help us along the way.
Yeah, totally agree. And I don't think that women realize how much our personal lives really affect our professional lives and can hold us back if we're not completely healed in certain areas or working to get there. It can really hold us back. I know I've experienced that. I know you have. We have both shared those stories and experiences. So I know, sharing your story is the way to help other people heal and progress, and especially women, we tend to bond in that. And I know that the events that I have attended of yours have really been life changing, and to see the changes in women and the bonds that are made. So absolutely, I just really am excited about how you're sharing what it is that you do, and hope everyone listening can get involved with that. So so you were also, I want to mention, you were named Woman to Watch by Empowered Magazine, Empowered Women's Magazine. Tell us about
Yes.
that.
Oh, that was actually, it's an honor. So I got the nomination and asked to come out to California in Atlanta. So I didn't get to make it to that, but it was an honor to be recognized as one of the 50 top women to watch for 2023. So I'm excited. I did get the cover of a magazine, so that has been amazing to be able to share that journey and how I got to where I am now. It's all God. I don't take no credit, just the hard work, but I do want to give him all the honor and all the glory.
And you looked right at home on that cover. I just
Well,
had to
thank
say.
you. Thank
Not
you.
saying that just because we've been friends a long time. You look
Yeah,
right at home. You need to keep doing that for sure.
yeah. Thank you.
All right. So let me ask you this. Can you share? So you're also an author. Can you share about your journal and your clothing line for us?
Sure. So the journal was something that I had completed after I lost my mother. It was something that it was in the process while she was sick and I was writing it. So it's a completely healed journal. It's really motivational moments. It's called Nothing's Impossible Motivational Moments, in which you would read the information and it has quotes and also biblical Bible verses in there, and then it has a moment for you to think about what that verse is telling you, and then that motivational moment. What are you thinking? How do you get there? What are my next steps? So that journal is available on Amazon, and it's called Celeste. Nothing's Impossible. Motivational Moments by Celeste Crocker. So if you get an opportunity to look at it, it's great. It's one of those mindful moments. We all need those mindful moments, and also to make sure we're writing down our goals and making sure that we're writing down actions to our goals to be able to get to where we want to be.
Yeah,
And then you're,
that's so important too. I don't mean to
it
interrupt you,
is.
but journaling, I don't, I started journaling probably, I don't know, 25 years ago, and it's
Yeah.
so life-changing what journaling can do, right?
And then think about it when you go back and look at where you used to be to where you are when you continue your journey on being completely healed. We all go through something. So that journal is something that you can carry around with you, write down and jot down your moments in the middle of the night. It's not very long, but it's one of those impactful journals to help you get to your next journey.
It's also a way you can really go back and appreciate where you've come from, right? Because you
Yes,
tend to forget,
you
when you get
do.
when
You do.
you life moves so fast, and then you can just go back from I can go back years ago, and I'm like, I can't believe I got through that. I
I
can't believe
know.
that happened.
I
So
know.
it's a way to stay grateful, right?
Yes. Way to say grateful every day. And you were asking me about the clothing line. It's all about motivation. So the clothing line, some of the things that are on the clothing line, as far as it will say like sort of like the Eagles, or things like say I can't, tell me I can't, but I will, right? So everything is motivational. Nothing's impossible is on there. So all of it is motivational moments, and we need that every day. So when I wake
Every
up in
day.
the morning, yeah, every day, Jamie. So well, when I wake up, it's one of those things. It's kind of like those affirmations we talk about all the time, but but the affirmations are on the clothing line.
I know my favorite one, and that's the one that my daughter and I were both part of that photo
Yeah.
shoot, and it was such a great experience. You used women from all in your circle who had been through different things and were really just really in your circle cheering for you and wanted to be a part of this. And it was so inspiring. I think my shirt was Roar Like a Lion. Loved it. And you put it on, and it's like you feel like the shirt says, right? You
Yes.
just feel stronger. I
Yes.
mean, you wearing a shirt that's Roar Like a Lion, you can't really be meek and be
Yes.
afraid to do things, right?
That's right. You want to
Yeah.
be strong like a lion and
Yeah.
show them how powerful you are and having that confidence. So that's what it is, bringing out the confidence. When you stated that I had everyone all around to come in for that photo shoot, all sizes, all nationalities, all personalities, all and even children. We really enjoyed that photo shoot. So it's all about the motivation.
Absolutely. And you have a really great event coming up, another one to add to that resume of yours. You are just a pro at putting on these events. Tell us about the one that's coming up in September, right?
Yes. So the one in September is all about completely healed. You keep hearing me say completely healed because I've gone through the death of a loved one. I've gone through overcoming a divorce. We're going through financial burdens. People never realize that I was. They see me now, and I always say, "Do you really know my story?" Because I was homeless at a point. I was on welfare at a point, and going through all those obstacles helped me get to where I am. So the one in September, we'll talk about all those different areas. It is a free event. We do take donations, but we have people coming all the way from New York, all over to attend this event in Salisbury, North Carolina, September the 30th. And it's going to be phenomenal. So I can't wait to see everyone there. Please feel free to sign up. But this one is completely healed, and we will go through all those steps. It's not just going through and hearing about it, is giving you actions behind how to get out of those situations. So please feel free to sign up. Like I stated, it's a free event, but it's going to be a completely healed event in all areas of your life.
That's wonderful. And I can't wait. I think this is going to be probably your best one yet. You just
Yes.
keep getting better and better at this.
Thank
So,
you, Jamie.
and where again can we find information on your book, on your clothing line, tickets for the event, if someone wants to find out more about you?
Well, you can go to www.nothingsimpossiblecc.org. I am on Facebook at Nothing's Impossible. The social media places, as far as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, I'm on all of those social media platforms. The information as far as the events are on there. You can sign up. It's a quick link. You can scan it. It's on Eventbrite right now. You can go in and find anything about Nothing's Impossible in our events to come and what has been in the past. If you want to know a little bit more about and see the pictures, you can go up there. You can go on there and find that information. And that's pretty much it. So we're on all platforms.
That's awesome. So thank you again for coming on the show today and honoring us with your candor, your grace, your transparency. That's what it's all about today. So do you have any advice maybe for other women out there that really have the drive to motivate, mentor, and encourage others that maybe are hearing that imposter voice saying you don't have it all together? You got to wait another year until you get this straight, that straight, another 5 years till the kids are out of the house. What advice do you have for them?
My advice is do it scared. My mom would say it all the time. Do it anyway. Start writing out your plan. Know that nothing's impossible. You can only eat an elephant, how did they say, one bite at a time? So you got to take one step at a time to continue to move forward. And then when you look back, you'll say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that I actually made it to this point. That I overcame that particular issue, things of that nature." So don't wait. I would say don't wait. Don't listen to the naysayers. Continue to be humble. For me, I give God all the glory and honor every day, and give him the praise. So I would say one step at a time, do it scared, and soar like the eagles.
Yes, absolutely. Well, again, we thank you so much for being with us today. We honor you, Celeste. And to all of our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting us. And we want to invite you all each and every Monday for a new Women Lead TV episode. You can join me again on September the 25th. My guest will be Miss Tanya Cowan. Celeste and I both know her. It's going to be a great show where we discussed what is your why and how it relates to your personal mission and your purpose. It's going to be a great show. So again, guys, thank you for joining us. Tune in every Monday on Women Lead TV, sponsored by Connected Women of Influence. And take care. Take care, Celeste. Thanks again.
Thank you.